After watching tonight's episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I was thinking to myself how, like, when people tell you shouldn't do drugs, you shouldn't smoke weed because you lose brain cells and it fucks with your brain, I was, like, really thinking, watching these shows is kind of like doing drugs. Like, it really will fuck up your brain and just... I hope people don't think this reality. It might be their reality to a certain extent, but these chicks, I don't know, they are hilarious. The show started off with Kim sitting down having pizza with her daughters, pretty much talking about irrelevant stuff. Next, Kim, on to your reality show, supposedly. And she's irrelevant to me. But after that, it was Phaedra meeting up with Apollo, Kenya, and Kenya's boyfriend, baby daddy, soon-to-be husband, whatever title we're going to give him. But it was funny when Phaedra and Apollo walked out because a friend of mine texted me and was like, what do Phaedra have on? And I was like, are you serious? Usually, Phaedra have these business suits on with this huge stiff hair. But, it was different to see Phaedra dressed up in, I'll say, regular people clothes. With her little foil pants. And, it was cute to see her dressed down a little bit. But I will say this. Kenya, she was doing the most with the whole flirting and being real thirsty. But hey, she's 41 years old. She's damn near single. She wants a family. I'd probably be a little thirsty too if Apollo was sitting in front of me. But it's just certain things you shouldn't do when, one, your man's sitting right there, two, his wife is sitting right there. And she did come off a little friendly, kind of flirting. But hey, we all have different definitions of flirting. I felt that she was definitely flirting and whatnot. But hey, Apollo looked good. I flirt too. Sorry, Phaedra. But after that, this week's episode, pretty much, I wouldn't call it boring, but it wasn't that much excitement until pretty much the end. Cynthia and Kandi had a little sit down, talking about pretty much nothing. I've always been curious why Kandi and NeNe don't seem to get along. But hey, they don't get along. They really and truly, they are cordial with each other. They don't fuck with each other. And I actually like that because they're not fake and phony with each other. It is what it is with them. And they keep it moving. So, I thought when Cynthia, NeNe, and Porsha met up, that was, last week I mentioned how I wanted to see how Porsha would actually interact with the other chicks. So this week's episode, she pretty much was introduced to Cynthia and NeNe, which it seemed like it was more of a business meeting. Now, that was a true business meeting. She didn't hit NeNe and Cynthia with the random questions like she did Kenya, but hell, we don't know nothing about Kenya, so I understand why she had questions. She know about NeNe and Cynthia because, one, she can turn on TV and Google them. But that Porsha girl, I've been calling her an airhead for the last few weeks, but 265 days in a year. I know we all can make mistakes. We can. She got to 65 right. That's a big mistake. She is how old? How long have she been saying? How many years? I'm sorry. I thought it was hilarious. NeNe clearly thought that it was hilarious. She was like, where that bitch from? But Porsha, she needs to think before she speak or either read before she speak, because a lot of things that come out of her mouth, baby, it's making her look... I don't know. Poor Porsha. I thought it was funny, but so Phaedra-like for her to apologize to Cynthia by giving her this over-the-top plant. I'm going to call it a plant because it was a little flowers, but it was more leaves, like those big, huge, like, the base was really cute. The floral arrangement, it was Like, really, Phaedra? First off, you pull up to this lunch with this basket thing on your head, and then you trying to get her apologies with this big old tree. Like, whatever happened to just getting a really nice, cute Hallmark card? And, putting little kisses and Phaedra, she's so well put, and she have to follow the etiquette book. But clearly Cynthia was not down for that, and she had that recording ready. And I'm mad at Bravo. See, Bravo is messy. How they set stuff up and how they had the little recording, like Cynthia had it on speaker or whatnot, and they were like, message deleted. Like, really, Bravo? They are so messy. Anywho, so that was pretty much the show up until the last sit down lunch with all the ladies. Of course, Kenya showed up. Now, I'm curious as to why Porsha was not invited to the vacation, but I'm thinking in my head that maybe she wasn't in the mix as much yet because Kim was still in the mix, and supposedly Porsha is the replacement of Kim. But I would say this. The ladies have been saying that Kim give tons of excuses. Clearly, she showed on tonight's episode, like, she kept on giving excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And some people might think they're not excuses. They're real legitimate reasons as to why she may not travel. But from what these ladies say, she gave her dates in which she can travel. Like, why would you give a date when you know on that date you're going to be 32 weeks? It just sounds like a bunch of foolery. But that's Kim. That's what she's good for. She's good at lies and excuses. But then, after giving all those excuses, she busts out with, me and Croy are going on vacation, and it just so happens it's the same week that the chicks act like... And it seems as if once she said that and the chicks had something to say, that's when she got mad. Like, but hey, usually when you get caught up in a lie or you feel that you've embarrassed yourself, hey, I snatch my mic off and storm out too. But, baby, those chicks was pissed at Kim. The way NeNe told Cynthia, look, back, calm down, let me finish, my thought. I was like, yeah, I love seeing NeNe when she tried to... Because, people always say, you can't talk to NeNe because she pops off and this and that and this and that. And I like seeing NeNe. She wasn't popping off, but she pretty much just wanted to say how she felt. And she got upset that Kim left so fast. I really and truly feel deep down that NeNe likes Kim. Kim likes NeNe. They don't know how to mend their friendship because they have egos involved. And they wish that the other person would at least meet them halfway. Does that kind of make sense to y'all? Like, NeNe wished Kim would have stayed at her event. NeNe wished Kim would have sat down at the lunch, talked it out, and actually, planned on going on vacation with them. And I feel that when Kim got up and walked away and stormed off, that kind of hurt NeNe's feelings. That's what I got from all that. But anywho, supposedly Kim stormed off. She got into it with the producers, and she quit the show. Now, she's been on Twitter the last week or so saying, yeah, I quit the show, and since then, they gave me my spinoff and this and that. Kim and these lies. From what NeNe said, Kim was supposed to have her spinoff show from her little wedding show, and Bravo just kept their word. And yeah, so she's going to have a spinoff. So we're still going to see Kim. She's just not going to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, which is fine. I can kind of stomach Kim minus the women. Just the family Kim, she's kind of funny, and she's decent when she's not, full of lies or whatnot. She's entertaining at times. But these housewives, or whatever you want to call them, I don't know what to say. I will say this before I go. After Real Housewives of Atlanta aired tonight, The Shaws of Sunset came on. I don't know if y'all watch the show. Even if you don't watch the show, watch it. It's a really good show. I personally love it. It's one of those shows that I can watch year-round. Every day, once a week. They are hilarious. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to end it here and see y'all next time.